everyone, welcome back to more Super Mario Galaxy 2. We're in the last episode, we began exploring the special world of the game, and today we will be continuing doing that. We're going to try to get as far as we can. We only have 8 power stars left to collect, believe it or not, because 120, once we reach 120 stars, we will have collected all the power stars we possibly can, and then I'll talk a little bit more about what happens after we collect 120 stars. But we're going to try to get through, I don't know if we'll be able to get through the entirety of the special world today, but we're certainly going to try our best. So, let's continue onward to the next galaxy in the special world, which should look very familiar to any fans of Super Mario Sunshine. It is Twisty Trials Galaxy. Let's tackle spinning and spinning and spinning. So as I mentioned previously, I've never actually played Super Mario Sunshine before. I've been really wanting to, because it seems, from what little gameplay footage I've seen, it seems like it'd be a really, really fun game to play. But I never had a GameCube, so I unfortunately could never play it. And I don't have the Wii anymore, because I'm playing this on the Wii U, not the... I'm playing this game on the Wii U, not the Wii, so I don't... Because the Wii could play GameCube games. So if I still had that, I could get a copy of the game and play it, but unfortunately, I don't, so I can't. But I do know that this galaxy is based on something from that game. I'm pretty sure it's based on the special stage, or like the bonus stage or whatever. But I don't know that for a fact, obviously, because I never played the game, so I can't confirm one way or the other. But I know it's based on something from that game, and I'm fairly confident that it's the bonus stage. But if there's anybody in the comments who has played Super Mario Sunshine who can tell me one way or the other whether or not I'm correct, I would more than welcome it, because as I said, I don't know. I don't know definitively whether or not it is the bonus stage that this is based on. But the galaxy itself is nothing super special. It's just a fun little platforming gauntlet for those of you, for people like me who've never actually played Super Mario Sunshine. It's just a fun little platforming challenge, a very easy platforming challenge, but still a fun one nonetheless. And for those of you, and for people who have played Super Mario Sunshine, then it is a very nostalgic trip down memory lane. But as you can see, pretty easy. You got a star, spinning and spinning and spinning, Twisty Trials Galaxy, 113 power stars. You got a common medal for a new total of 45. You got some star rates for a new total of 708. And Starship Mario can now advance. And the Prankster Comet has now appeared. Alright, nope, don't do that. Alright, let's return to Twisty Trials Galaxy. Right here. And tackle turning double time. So remember in the first game where we had fast flow comets to deal with? Well, this is essentially the fast foe comet. I mean, it's not exactly the same thing since there aren't any foes in the galaxy to be made faster, so it's not technically a fast foe comet, but for all intents and purposes, it may as well be referred to as a fast foe comet. Comment? No, fast foe comet, because the Prankster Comet here makes all the things in the level spin faster, so which is essentially the same thing as what the fast foe comet did in the last game. Although I will say, it's not really all that noticeable. The galaxy's still incredibly easy to complete. It's really not. I mean, they do spin slightly faster. The opening cutscene, also Yoshi's here. The opening cutscene makes it seem a lot worse than it actually is as far as how fast they're actually spinning. Once you actually start platforming around and you see how fast they're moving, it's not anywhere near as bad as the opening cutscene makes it out to be. It's still a very easy platform challenge to complete. I mean, it's still fun, don't get me wrong, it's still a fun galaxy just to bounce around and test your platforming skills on the rotating platforms. And of course, it is still a nice homage to Super Mario Sunshine, except that there's Yoshi here, so that's nice. And then there's also there's Yoshi here in the Prankster comment, and then there's the Cloud Flower in the main level. So those are the only, to my knowledge at least, those are the only differences gameplay-wise between the Super Mario Sunshine version of this level and the Super Mario Galaxy 2 version of this level. Other than that, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same level design across both games. And I think they might get a little bit faster towards the end, because it seems like these are moving, like, spinning a little bit faster than the ones earlier in the level. But even still, it's nothing. Especially once you have Yoshi, it's nothing that can't be managed. Because if you're ever in danger of falling off, you can just flutter jump up to save yourself. Still a pretty easy level. You got a star, turning, double time. Twisty Trials Galaxy, 114 power stars. Galaxy complete. You got some starbirds for a new total of 827. Alright, now it's time to begin our adventures, or continue our adventures by exploring a brand new galaxy. Let's fly to Stone Cyclone Galaxy. Let's tackle Silver Stars on the Cyclone. So as I said previously, the Special World has a lot of galaxies that are references to previous Mario games, and in this case, anybody who's played Super Mario Galaxy will recognize this as, well, the Cyclone Stone from Beach Bowl Galaxy. So, yeah, it's the same level design, except that this time, the thwomps and womps, or not womps, the thwomps and the boxes move significantly faster than they did in the previous game. Fortunately, to counteract this, they've also added a button over here that you can stomp on, or ground pound on, to make everything slow down temporarily. So, you know, it does kind of bounce out. But what we're going to do is we're going to long jump out to this block right here, land on to get the comet medal, and then work our way around over here, and step on this staircase right over here. We got the first silver star in the first... I was definitely inside the box, but okay, sure thing. Are you going to kill me this time? Because you killed me last time, even though I was standing right here. Okay, good, we're safe. Last time I stood right there, and the game was like, nah, we're still gonna crush you. So I'm glad that the game decided not to do it this time. Anyway, for Silver Star number 3, we're gonna hop back onto this part of the level, and then go around over to, whoa, almost just got knocked off there. Go around to this part, and then wait on top of this button. We're gonna wait until that box passes by the one-up mushroom, because the timing, once it hits the one-up mushroom, you want to ground pound, because that'll give you just enough time to make your way over here. Grab the one-up mushroom along the way if you want, then I don't say ground pound. Long jump down here, grab the silver star, and then immediately long jump up here and wait on this block, this specific block, wait right here, and the box will just pass you by. It won't harm you at all. So that's the spot you want to wait on to be safe. Now for here, we're gonna wait for the box to hit all the way on the left, then follow it to the right like this. Then take a little shortcut, long jumping across this gap, waiting on this one-up mushroom, sneaking under the box like so, and then stopping on this point right here. We could spear into the end if we wanted to, but I want to play it safe. You'll safe on this block right here, and then as soon as it starts moving again, we are going to wait right here to get ready to make a long jump. As soon as it passes by that corner, long jump across the gap like so. Grab this silver star and wait right here, because you will be safe right here so long as you wait for the box to pass you by like that. Then you can hop on this way, follow the path around, because your final silver star will be waiting for you right over here. And of course, when you collect the final silver star, your power star will appear for you. You got a star, silver stars in the Cyclone, Stone Cyclone Galaxy, 115 power stars. You got a comet medal for a new total of 46. You got some Starbits, a new total of 1,061, and some coins, a total of 1,169. And Starship Mario can now advance. And a Prankster Comet has appeared. Well, let's head back to the Stone Cyclone Galaxy, because there's a Prankster Comet waiting for us. Let's tackle Toxbox Speedrun. Alright, so I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is that we don't have to collect any silver stars this time. The bad news is that we do have to collect timers constantly, or else we're not going to be able to make it to the end before time runs out. However, it's significantly easier to collect timers than it is to collect silver stars, because we can just focus on following a straightforward path to the end, instead of having to constantly worry about running around to collect all the silver stars in very, very obscure locations. So this time I recommend following the box around instead of waiting for it to pass by. We are going to take some riskier shortcuts this time. So for instance, we're going to wait right here for the box to pass us by, and then immediately run past it to long jump over here, so that we land here, and then we wait right on this position for the box to pass us by, wait for it again, then move past it. We're going to risk making the jump early, so that we make it across the gap, and then long jump here to grab this timer, and then make your way past the 2 sliding blocks with a simple long jump, and then shatter the crystal to collect your power star. A bit of a riskier path, but also much easier than collecting all the silver stars. You got a star, Toxbox Speedrun, Stone Cyclone Galaxy, 116 power stars. Galaxy complete. You got some Starbits for a total of 1,081. Alright, now it's time to head on to a new galaxy. Boss Blitz Galaxy. Let's tackle Throwback Throwdown. So, continuing with the trend of referencing older Mario games, this galaxy, the gimmick of this galaxy, is about facing off against all the classic bosses from the first Super Mario Galaxy game. So, for those who need a reminder, the way to activate the Dino Piranha boss is to whack his tail. For clarification, I'm going to assume that everybody who's watching this hasn't seen my Super Mario Galaxy walkthrough, just because I just want to give explanations for all the bosses again. So I'd rather assume that you don't know how to beat the boss and you didn't play the first game than I would assume that you did and then not provide any explanations. But it's pretty simple. For Dino Piranha, you just want to walk around behind and then whack his tail a bunch of times until you take him out. First boss battle done, now on to the next one, King Caliente. Alright, so the way this boss works, he's going to throw some fireballs at you, then he's going to throw a watermelon at you, and you need to spin to reflect the watermelon back at the boss. And then we're going to do that a couple more times, and that will be the boss defeated. It's pretty similar to, I think Prince Picante was his name from Shiverburn Galaxy, although this time we have to do it twice. We have to do it once, and then do it a second time. And then we'll have to do it one more time. This time he's going to send some other enemies at us, but we don't really have to worry about them in the slightest. Also, quick warning, don't leave this planet when you beat the boss battle. There is something we have to do on this planet before we leave. Before we get into the launch shot, we're going to go around to the other side of the planet. First off, to replenish our health with the life mushroom you can find right here. But also because there's a comet medal right here, and we definitely do not want to miss the comet medal. So let's grab this, long jump around back to the other side, and then go face off against boss number 3 of the Boss Blitz Galaxy, Major Burrows. Step 1, wait for his head to pop out of the ground. Like that, and then ground pound. Then whack him. Now that's the simple way you defeat the boss battle. You wait for him to pop his head out of the ground, and by head I mean like his full head, not just his helmet. So when you see his helmet, you shouldn't ground pound him, only ground pound him now. Then just chase him down and spin into him again. Pretty simple. Now he's super mad, which means he's going to be a little bit more aggressive and much harder to take out because one spin won't be enough. So once again, you want to ground pound when he pops his head out, but don't relax just yet because he's going to come back again. Ground pound him again, then turn around and spin into him. Now on to boss battle number 4, Bouldergeist. There's a Luma shop here you can buy a life mushroom for, but since we already have a life mushroom, we're not going to waste the star bits on buying another one. But there is a checkpoint there, so if you die to Bouldergeist, definitely recommend saving the star bits so that you can acquire another life mushroom easily. Alright, so the way Bouldergeist works is he's going to pick up a bunch of boulders, and you want to dodge them all, but then he's going to throw this one, and when this one touches down, you want to spin into the boo, and then shake at Bouldergeist to knock the boo into the boss, and then do that over and over again until he is ultimately defeated. If you want to make it easier on yourself, you can shoot some star bits into the gray rocks, so that you have less obstacles to worry about, but it's not that hard to avoid them. And then once you get it down to just the uvula, the boos will start coming out by default, so that you can just swing them around into the uvula, and that's phase 1 of the boss completed. I failed that miserably. Let's try that again. There we go. Now he has hands to deal with, and the hands will make things slightly more complicated, but not by a whole lot. They're a nuisance when you're actually trying to hit him, but they're still not that big of a deal. So you want to wait for him to throw all the rocks, then quickly grab the 2 boos and swing them into the boss like that. And you want to try to wait for his hands to go up into the air because it'll make it. If you hit the hands, they won't do any damage to the boss itself. So you want to aim for the middle, and it's easy to do that when his hands go up into the air because then there's no danger of the boos hitting the hands. So just a helpful little tip to keep in mind. As you can, oh, I messed that up horrendously. Okay, I was trying to swing the boo into the boss battle, and ended up swinging the boos into each other, so they both exploded. So that did not work out all that well. We'll try that again this time. I believe it'll be just one more series of hits with the boos before he's reduced to the uvula again. So here we go. I'm gonna try to shoot out some of these other ones to make it easier to. I missed every single one of them. All right, let's. So much for that plan. All right, here we go. Here's the first one. There we go. And now we're gonna wait for the boost to come out again. Swing them around into Bouldergeist, and that's Bouldergeist defeated. All right, only one more boss battle to go, and it is Fiery Dino Piranha. Let's go. Fiery Dino Piranha is exactly the same as Dino Piranha, except that this time he's on fire. So you want to wait for his tail to stop being on fire before you spin into it. Other than that, fighting him is the exact same strategy as before. Just walk around to his tail, attack him from behind, and then rinse and repeat that process until he goes down. Also, I'm probably going to have to switch my Wii Remote batteries before we tackle the Prankster Comet for this galaxy. Because as the game is so helpful in pointing out, my Wii Remote is almost out of batteries. I doubt I'll be able to make it to the end of this episode with Wii, because we still have one more galaxy to complete after this one, so I'm guessing my Wii Remote will not make it to the end of this episode. Anyway, final hit coming up in a second. There we go. And there's our Power Star. You got a star, Throwback Throwdown, Boss Blitz Galaxy, 117 Power Stars. You got a Common Medal for a new total of 47. You got some Starbits to a new total of 1,224. And some coins total of 1,173. Starship Mario can now advance. Looks like a green one followed you back. Don't see those fellers often. I bet he's got some interesting tales to tell. Why don't you go say hello? Alright, we'll talk to the Green Luma, and then I'll change my batteries before we go face off against the Prankster Comet. Although I guess the Prankster Comet hasn't shown up in Boss Blitz Galaxy, which is surprising. So I guess we can tackle the next galaxy before we do that. I did not mean to pick up the Cloud Flower, but either way. Alright. Hello, Green Luma. What do you have to say on this fine day? Seeking the cosmic jewels, it's been our lifelong pursuit. There is a saying that they can be found when all the stars have been collected. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, so we'll talk about a little bit more about what that is later. But for now, the Prankster Comet has unfortunately not shown up in Boss Blitz Galaxy yet, so we can't do that. But we will be heading over to the next galaxy, and the final galaxy which we can explore in the special world for now. But before we do that, I am going to change the batteries on my Wiimote because they're about to run out. Alright, batteries have been changed. So now, the last galaxy of the game, and well, okay, not of the game, but in the special world as of now, the last galaxy available to us requires 2,000 Starbits, and we only have 1,230, which means now it's time for me to finally go over my complete list of all the places throughout the entire game that I like to grind for Starbits. So, the first place I like to grind for Starbits is in the Puzzle Plank Shadow Coin Vault, and the reason why is because when you get to the end of the puzzle, when you get to the end of the Shadow Vault, all the Cosmic Clones disappear, and they turn into Starbits. That's a lot of Starbits to collect, and it's also a mission you can complete very, very quickly, so it makes for good grinding. The next one, I'll get these Starbits while I'm here. That's another thing you can do, is you can just go to all the different worlds and pick up all the Starbit containers along the way. But that's pretty tedious, as you have to keep going in and out of levels to cause them to respawn in. But the next one is the Chompworks Galaxy Cosmic Clone mission. I mean, this one's a pain because the mission itself is a pain to complete by default. But if you manage to do it successfully, there's a lot of Cosmic Clones here that turn into Starbits when they disappear, so that works out nicely. The next one is in World 5. It's Shiverburn Galaxy. It's the Octo Army Rainbow Romp one, where you just again there's a lot of Starbits collected at the very end of the level, so that works out nicely. Then when you get to World 6. For the Melting Monster Galaxy, this is where I usually like to grind for Starbits the most. It's the Stroll Down Rolling Lane. There's a lot of Starbits you can gather in that second Power Star mission. And then the last spot I like to grind for Starbits is in the Twisty Trials Galaxy, which I showed off earlier in the video. So all of these are perfectly valid grinding spots for you to use. So I recommend you try them all out, see which one works best for you, and then just do as you please to grind up to the total of 2,000 Starbits. And that will not be the last time we need to grind for Starbits in this walkthrough. There is going to be one more big grinding spot we're going to need to use later, but for now, we just need to grind to 2,000 Starbits and then we'll be good. So I will see you guys after I finish grinding for Starbits. Alright, and that is my grinding session complete. We now have 2,209 Starbits, which is 209 more than we needed to access the final galaxy available to us for now. As you can see, there is still going to be one more galaxy that we won't be able to unlock just yet, but we will do so in due time. For now, we're going to head to this Hungry Luma, and I'm thinking the game plan here is going to be we do the Power Star in the final galaxy. Then I'm guessing the Prankster Comet will appear here, and then we'll come back and do the Prankster Comet, which I'm guessing will appear after that. And then we will have all 120 main Power Stars. So we're coming up on the end here, ladies and gentlemen. For now, let's call the Hungry Luma on board Starship Mario, and feed this Hungry Luma all 2,000 Starbits that it requires, because goodness me. And I will say this is the last Hungry Luma which we're going to have to feed in this walkthrough, but it's not the last time in which we're going to need a lot of Starbits or something, and I'll be sure to go into that in greater detail a bit later in the walkthrough. But for now, this is the last Hungry Luma. So, Let's watch it transform. A new galaxy was born. Alright, so now let's take the helm and explore Flip Out Galaxy. Let's tackle wicked wall jumps. So remember Flip Swap Galaxy all the way back in World 1? Well, this is essentially an exponentially more difficult version of that galaxy. Same mechanic, where you shake the remote to cause the panels to reverse, so currently the blue box? No, the blue blocks are out, but if I jump and spin up here, then the red blocks will be out. And then here, I need to jump and spin and then start immediately wall jumping to get out the blue blocks. And that's the mechanic of this galaxy. It's a lot tougher though, because we're not just flipping around panels this time. Now we're shifting entire blocks around, and there's nothing below us to catch our fall for the most part. So it's a much tougher galaxy, and it's tough by default, but it gets even more challenging when the Prankster Comet comes into play. So it'll be a rough ride. Anyway, you want to backflip up off this wall, wait for this thing to fall down. You do not want to jump across until the thing goes down. Long jump, then spin. Long jump, stop, backflip up, spin, wait for the green thing to go down, and long jump across it. Here, spin to make sure you want the blue blocks retracted into the wall. Because you need a long jump, I said you need to long jump out and then spin upward in order to land here. Because you need the spin jump in order to land on the block, but if you spin, the blue blocks retract into the wall. So you want to be careful about that. Here we're gonna once again jump and spin like so. Wait for the spikes. I almost called them the thorns. Spikes to retract into the ground. And I thought I'd be able to make that backflip, and I did. But if you don't want to risk the backflip, then you can just spin out or spin to cause the blue block to come out, and then use that as a jumping point. Anyway, here you want to wall jump, then spin on the returning wall jump to make the blue blocks come out, so that you have a wall so you have a second wall to use. Now, for the comet medal, actually, we're going to fall back here because I wouldn't have had enough time to make it out. As soon as the spikes go down, you want to immediately long jump across to the third block, then long jump across. I spun? Okay, I did not think I did, okay. Pretty sure I didn't spin there, but I guess I did. Alright, well, just to be safe, we're going to wall jump here. I was pretty confident I didn't spin there, but I guess I did. Oh, well. Anyway, you're safe once you make it over here, and you need to shake on your returning wall jumps to make sure you can make it up here. Now, you want to, once again, make sure the red blocks are out, then long jump out as far as you can. I did not spin. I didn't shake the Wii remote. I actually just did not shake the remote. Why did the blocks switch around? This time I'm gonna hold the remote as still as possible, because I did not shake the remote last time, but I guess maybe I flicked it accidentally. Whatever, so we're just gonna hold it still. Long jump out. You want to make sure the red blocks are out, so that when you long jump out here, you can spin jump upward on top of this blue block right here. Long jump as late as possible, so you can make it on top of this block right here. That's a very tight jump. You want to jump at the last possible second. If you jump even just like half a second too early, you will fall to your death. So definitely don't want to risk that. This part's extremely tricky. So you want to stand as far to the right as you possibly can on this red block. Backflip, wall jump, spin, wall jump, spin, wall jump, and then keep wall jumping until you make it onto the blue part. Spin, wall jump, until you make it up to the top. Now, you can finally obtain your power star, and if you think that was hard, oh boy, you just wait until the Prankster Comet. You got a star, Wicked Wall Jumps, Flip Out Galaxy, 118 power stars. You got a comet medal for a new total of 48, and that is the last comet medal we will be collecting for almost a week. You got some star bits for a new total of 307, and a coin for a total of 1,186. There's the Prankster Comet. Alright, now we only have 2 more power stars to collect. So let's return to Boss Blitz Galaxy. And tackle Throwback Throwdown Speedrun. Alright, we got 5 minutes to defeat all 5 bosses, and honestly, this mission is not that bad. Well, the first time I played through this game, I was 100% convinced that the pranks common for this galaxy was going to be a Daredevil common, because, you know, it makes sense, right? You're fighting a bunch of bosses, so a lot of the bosses' prankster comets are all Daredevil comets, so I assumed that they would be the same for Boss Blitz Galaxy. But I was incorrect, it's a speedy comet, and the speedy comet's very, very easy. 5 minutes is plenty more than enough time to take out all 5 bosses, especially because all 5 bosses are pretty easy. Like Dyna Piranha, you can knock him out very, very, very quickly. And then King Caliente, they're all... The only one that's going to give you problems, honestly, is Bouldergeist. The rest of them are all very easy and can be taken out very, very quickly. The thing that's going to make or break your run is going to be Bouldergeist. The rest of it is a cakewalk. Especially since we don't have to go to the underside of the planet anymore to pick up the life mushroom, or sorry, not the life mushroom, the comet medal, because the comet medal did take a little bit of time out of the run the first time we played through this, because obviously we need the comet medal. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't mention, I did mention it would be a week, but there is of course one more galaxy that we have to visit in this game before we can call the walkthrough done. But there's more than 120 power stars in this game, and there's, well, there's a lot more than that, but there's 49 comet medals in total, but there's gonna be some stuff that we have to do between, now and when we're gonna get to visit that last galaxy, and I promise I'll explain all of that at the end of the video, because at the end of the video we're gonna have 120 stars by the end of the video, so I'll explain what you have to do after you beat 120 stars, and then what this walk is gonna look like what the walk is gonna look like for the rest of the series. So I'll get into all that in due time, but for now we're just gonna focus on taking out these bosses right here. And Major Burrows, where are you? You wanna pop up? You wanna pop up out of the ground? I'd really love for you to pop up out of the ground. Come on, buddy. Right now. Boom, there we go. And you think you can run away from me, but you were wrong. Okay, there we go. That was almost really bad. I almost let him get away from me, which would have been bad because we are on a time crunch. Oh yeah, but if I were designing this game, I probably would have made this a Daredevil comet. It would have been really mean. Like, to have to beat all 5 of these bosses without taking any damage is entirely doable, because if each individual boss can be done with a Daredevil comet, then obviously... Oh, why? Oh, well... Well, I mean, when I make a dumb mistake like that, that's what I get for talking about random things while fighting the boss. I get distracted. I forgot that you have to actually hit this guy twice in this final hit phase. I don't know what I was thinking there. But, yeah, so if I were making the game, oh wow, ooh, this is a bad run. I am playing horrendously. I need to stop talking about random things and actually focus on the gameplay, because clearly I am playing awfully. I'm actually playing quite horrendously. This is very, very horrendous. Okay, I ground pounded right next to him. I ground pounded right next to him, game, but sure thing. Okay, there we go. Now, let's do it again. And run after him. Okay. I apologize for this pathetic demonstration of how to fight Major Burrows. I fought, my demonstration of fighting him was definitely much better in the non-Pranks to Comet run of this mission, but we should still have enough time to take out, I mean, we have enough time, certainly, but we're gonna need to have a really good Bouldergeist run. Like, we need to do Bouldergeist essentially flawlessly in order to make sure we can get through this run in time. But yeah, if I were designing this game, I probably would have made this a Daredevil comet. It would have been really mean. And it definitely would have been really hard, but it would have been absolutely possible, because it stands to reason that if each of these bosses can be beaten individually with a Daredevil comet, then they can also all be collectively beaten together with a Daredevil comet. It wouldn't have been easy, especially, I might have thrown in a checkpoint. I probably would have kept the checkpoint before Bouldergeist, maybe, because there is precedent in Battle Galaxy for having there be a checkpoint in Daredevil comet, so I probably would have kept that there. But I still think it would have been possible without it. It would have been much harder, but still. Yeah, so we're having a pretty good Bouldergeist run so far. But it's the thing that's gonna make or break it is gonna be the section where his hands come up. As soon as his hands come up, we have less than 12, wait, blah, blah, blah. Less than 2 minutes to go, but that was a pretty good run of the first phase. Hopefully phase 2 goes just as smoothly. And by the way, the reason I'm not really commentating with any strategies for how to beat the bosses because I already broke down how to beat these bosses earlier in the video, so I don't really feel the need to go over it all again. So we're just kind of having a chill conversation. And one thing I didn't mention is though that you can damage the hands with the booze if you want to. Like if the hands are causing you enough problems, you can absolutely destroy the hands with the booze. But doing so doesn't do any damage to the boss fight itself, so I just always, and because he always raises his hands immediately after the boost touch down, I never saw the need to because his hands were always out of the way anyway. But if you find that they are giving you a problem, then you absolutely can, and this has been a very good run of Boulder Guys so far. We're gonna do this, wow, okay, that was a really good run of Boulder Guys. However, we only have a little more than a minute to beat Fiery Dino Piranha, and by the time we actually land on that planet, we might only have a minute, so this is gonna come down to the wire. I'm hoping we can pull it off. Yeah, we're only gonna have a minute. We're only gonna have 60 seconds by the time we land on that egg. Yeah, exactly 60 seconds. I totally called that. Okay, this is gonna be rough. We have to do this flawlessly. We have to hit, the second that he stops being on fire, we have to be there to hit that tail, because oh boy, this isn't gonna be... And to think that Major Burrows was the thing that screwed me over on this run. I had a feeling I wouldn't do this first try, but to think... I would have assumed it would have been Boulder Guys that caused me pain, not Major Burrows. Although, to be fair, the reason why Major Burrows caused me such pain wasn't because the boss was hard, it's because I was being dumb and making a lot of really stupid mistakes. But I think we might still be able to do this. I gotta get the timing right. Nope, I was too early. Okay, well, let's play a little bit safer. Go now, go now. Okay, I think we won. Whew, okay, just one more hit and we're good. I gotta go for the coin. I think we have enough time to go for the coin. I weighed the odds and it was worth the risk to go for the coin. We had enough time to do so. Alright, we did it. Oh, that was really close. That was really close. I weighed my odds in there and decided that I had enough time that I'd still be able to beat him if I went for the coin, but if I didn't go for the coin and I got hit, then that would have screwed the whole run, so it was worth the risk. Oh man, that was a close one. You got a star. Throwback Throwdown Speedrun. Boss Blitz Galaxy, 119 power stars. Galaxy complete. You got some Starbits for a new total of 433. And some coins for a total of 1,190. A Prankster Comet has appeared. Alright, 119 power stars. We only have one more to collect in the entire game. Well, okay, no, so one more main power star to collect prior to getting 120. We only have one more to collect, and that is in Flip Out Galaxy. Let's tackle Cosmic Clone Wall Jumpers. Yes, this level is just as awful as it sounds. You have to complete this entire mission with cosmic clones chasing after you. What does that mean? It means you cannot make any mistakes. Because unlike most cosmic clone levels where there's some room to move around, you know, there's typically pretty wide open areas that allow you to try to throw them off your trail. That was dumb. How am I still in this? How am I still in this? Oh, good God. How am I still doing this? That was such a colossal mistake. I should have either fallen off the edge or got knocked off the... I either should have fallen off the edge naturally or got knocked off the edge by one of the cosmic clones when I fell down. I don't know how in the world I survived that. But so what I was getting at earlier is, usually in Cosmic Clone missions, there's a pretty wide open area for you to move around in, so it's easy to throw the Cosmic Clones off your trail if you need to. But that is not the case here, because this is an entirely linear level, which means that there's only one path for you to take, and there's only one path for the Cosmic Clones to take. So basically, you really can't make any major mistakes, or else the Cosmic Clones are going to catch up with you, and that will not be fun. There is, I believe, a checkpoint coming up ahead. I think, yes, okay, they are kind enough to give you a checkpoint, at least, but that still doesn't really make this any easier. I will say this, though, not having to go after the Comet Medal does make this easier, significantly, in fact, because you don't have to worry about making that one jump between the two blue platforms and then making your way back over to the other side. That does make this a lot easier. But we still have to get through that final section, and that final section requires a lot of precise jumping, so I'm hoping we can do this first try. It's going to be tough, though. Stand as far right as possible. Back flip. Here we go. Wall jump. Spin jump. Okay. Now, let's do this wall jump. Okay, I think we did it. That was a pretty good run. Wow, first try. I should not have done that first try. Did you see how close I got at the very beginning of that run, where I almost fell off the edge? No way I should have done this first try, but here is our 120th Power Star. You got a star, Cosmic Clone Wall Jumpers, Flip Out Galaxy, 120 Power Stars. Galaxy complete. You got some Starbirds for a new total of 490, and some coins for a total of 1,193. Whoa, another green one? Those are really rare. I am just speechless. Wow, nice work. Looks like he has something he needs to talk to you about. So, for those of you who recall the first game, the maximum amount of Power Stars was 120. Well, technically 121 if you completed the game as both Mario and Luigi and then accessed the Grand Finale Galaxy. But it was mainly 120 Power Stars. So we have 120 Power Stars now. So what we're going to do is we are going to have a chat with the green Lumas, who for some reason I thought were on this side of the Starship Mario. No, they are on this side. So let's have a chat with the new green Luma that's shown up and see what he has to say about us collecting 120 Power Stars. Even if we have every Power Star, you still must defeat that monster, or we'll never see the Cosmic Jewels. So what are these Cosmic Jewels? Well, I won't spoil that for you. I will save that surprise for the end of the video. But what I will say, and I'm not going to show this because the video's been going on long enough, and I already have a video where I go beat Bowser, but we do have to beat Bowser one last time before we can see those Cosmic Jewels. So we're going to return to World 6, I'm going to beat Bowser, and you will also have to beat Bowser on your own time, but I'm not going to show it in the video because I've already shown off Bowser's Galaxy Generator. But what I will do is for this episode, I'm going to skip ahead to after I beat Bowser and after the credits roll, because that is when the Cosmic Jewels appear. So I will see you guys after the credits.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Alright, now it's time for me to show you all what these Cosmic Jewels are all about. Ah, good. Everyone's together now. Next, let's hear a story about the jewels of the cosmos. Let me tell you the story of the green stars. This is a story from long, long ago. Prankster comets have appeared. What? But prankster comets have always been around. Well, not these prankster comets. The game has been saved. Alright. So, I could end the episode here, because the episode has been going on for quite a while, but I do want to at least show you guys what the next couple episodes are going to look like of the walkthrough. And I want to show you what the Cosmic Jewels are, so we're going to boot up the game one more time, load up the save file, because the Green Star Challenge is on. You've really done it now. Prankster comments are swarming all over the universe. See for yourself. Alright, well first let's check out a letter from Mail Toad. I'm pretty sure this is just a letter from Princess Peach, even though we already rescued her twice, but, you know, whatsoever. Anyway, alright, let's check out what these Prankster comments are doing. Did you see that? Those prankster comments were green. That means there are green stars around now. Those must be the cosmic jewels I keep hearing about. Those green stars are pretty hard to find, so keep your eyes and ears peeled. Take it away, Captain. Okay, so the cosmic jewels are the green stars, and basically what it means is that scoured throughout every single galaxy in the entire game, and I'll show you on the grand world map, is a green prankster comet. Every single world, every single galaxy has the green star prankster comet. And the way it works is that they look just like normal power stars, except they're green, and they are hidden in the world. So they're not exactly super obvious. You gotta look for them a lot of the time. And the amount of green stars in each galaxy perfectly matches the amount of regular power stars in that galaxy. So if there's 2, then there will be 2, and if there are 3, then there will be 3, as is pretty self-explanatory. And I will be showing you guys where all of these green stars are over the course of the next 7 videos. So I'm going to make one video for each world's green stars. They're going to be all in the same video, so we're going to do all of World 6's green stars in a video, all of World 5. Each world will have its own video. I'm going to break down with very detailed analysis on how to get all the green stars. It's going to be a lot of editing, but it'll be worth it in the end. So that will be it for now. I hope you guys are excited for the green star challenge, if I can speak. So, but we'll start that up tomorrow. That'll be it for now. So thanks for watching. See you next time. I'll catch you all tomorrow for the start of the Green Star Challenge of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Goodbye.